Hi, my name is Benika Little, and the website I'm going to be designing is for a gymnastics club. My target audience is parents with daughters aged 5 to 9 who are interested in starting gymnastics or are new to the sport and unsure what it involves, or they may be visitors from another club exploring alternative clubs. They may want to understand exactly what they're paying for, learn about the pathway and level of commitment involved, know what the club expects from them and their child, and feel confident in supporting their child's gymnastics journey. This is an overview of the websites I've audited, some of them from South Australia, however, some of them weren't. Growth of gymnastics in South Australia is considerably slow in comparison to other states, and I thought it might be helpful to compare. Most sites used colour to create balance between text and images. The brand's colours were utilised consistently across the site, helping to keep the design balanced at an initial glance. Color and layout were used to group related elements together, and this helped the viewer visually connect content across the page. Text alignment was always left aligned. Left alignment helps keep everything looking neat and easier to digest. There was a clear visual hierarchy across most sites, which consisted of a banner image with bold headings to portray the main message of the page. Throughout the page, font size, weight, and placement helped guide the viewer and allow for easier skim reading. Branding such as colours and logos were repeated consistently across all pages, and many sites stuck to the same structure across all pages, which made navigation feel familiar throughout the entire website. Bold colours, especially blue, were popular, and even when blue wasn't used, colours didn't stray too far away from primary colours. Gradients were rarely used, it was more solid colour blocks. There wasn't a lot of negative space. Many of the sites felt quite full with a heavy use of copyright and little breathing room around the elements. This often came across as overwhelming before I even started reading. Sans serif fonts seemed to be the only fonts that were used. I don't think I came across any sites that just used serif fonts. It was clear that the preference is for clean, modern fonts. Most websites stuck to basic design conventions like block formatting and standard almost drag and drop type layouts. There wasn't a lot of rule breaking or experimentation going on, and it just seemed like they wanted to relay as much information as possible without taking any of the visuals into consideration. I found the audit to be quite surprising, especially after the interviews. The timetable, policies and forms, fee structure, and program overview were important to those I interviewed, however, low on the audit. To summarise my visual findings, brand colours are used consistently throughout sites, colour and layer are used to group related elements, text is mostly left aligned, and modern fonts are used for easy reading. There are a strong use of banner images, bold headings, and typography, and a consistent use of logos, colours, and page layouts for easy navigation. I interviewed 3 participants, 2 from one club, 1 from another, and they all had a general understanding that gymnastics helps develop motor skills and coordination and is seen as a great foundation for other sports. One parent also noted that the sport does seem to have a very long term commitment. All 3 parents suggested that they do have a lack in confidence in understanding gymnastics and that they chose their clubs mainly based on the convenience in location. However, one did suggest that they would switch clubs if there was a strong enough reason to. 2 parents express that they don't feel the need to be too involved as they do give trust over to the coaches. However, the feedback is appreciated, however, often hard to interpret based on their lack of understanding of the sport. 2 parents had children that did up to 3 extracurricular activities, though prioritised the future in gymnastics, which made it clear to me that none of them really understood just how much commitment gymnastics can take. All 3 said it would have helped to know the cost up front when choosing a club, and one added that meeting their child's coach early on was important, even if they haven't really spoken much since. Julie currently takes her 5-year-old daughter to kinder gym at her local club. However, her daughter is about to start school, so she's not able to make the same session anymore as kinder gym only runs during the day. She has expressed wanting to continue gymnastics in another capacity once she starts school. Her current gymnastics club offers many different pathways, but Julie is feeling a little bit overwhelmed with choice and no one's able to offer enough guidance on what would suit her daughter best. She's starting to feel like her daughter is just another number within the club. Julie wants to be able to understand the different programs, their commitment, costs, and expectations. She wants to be a part of a club that is community focused and receive feedback about her daughter's progress. My site goals are to display all class options in a simple format, help parents choose the right program with confidence, show a visual guide of program pathways, provide clear pricing and payment options, and explain gymnastics terms in simple language. I've chosen a colour palette that strays away from only using primary colours, and I've included gradients to stand out from other websites. My typography is easy to read, and the background will remain white so images can stand out nicely. The images I've chosen currently all complement each other well due to having a very similar colour palette.